maybe you'll get one district.
It would still be illegal to carry that in California.
Yeah.
So the only recourse conservatives with a brain, conservatives with a brain would actually tell me is just move.
No, I would say try to start the change, Papa. Try to start the change. That's what I would try to tell you to do.
Yeah, that'll never happen in California.
Blue, but it happens places.
Well, see, here's the thing.
It happens places that are not California.
I am 100% a pro 2A guy. I'm also 100% a pro 2A regulations. I just want regulations that will work. The regulations that have been proposed over the last 30 years primarily have been garbage. Like, they aren't going to affect change. We know they aren't going to affect change. All the studies show they're not going to affect change. Give me one that will affect change. I'll support it. But until then, like, yeah, more on your side than not.
Can we put like new labels on that? That always gets sus when people say that of like, I want reasonable regulations.
Well, like,
I think I should be able to own a tank. Like, I don't see why if I'm a law-abiding citizen, I shouldn't be able to have a tank. Like, what's the problem? Like, what kind of regulation?
Samantha, do you want to take this one? Because I know you're pro 2A, but I know you're semi.
What was his retarded question?
Tank.
Do you have an FFL?
Yeah, if I followed all the rules and got it, why wouldn't I be?
Do you have an FFL?
Do I have an FFL?
Yeah.
No, I don't have an FFL.
He smokes pot. That's why not.
Hold on. Oh, okay. I have an FFL.
Try sour tobacco twist.
I have an FFL, and I can go buy a tank because I went through the process of getting an FFL.
But you have to get the special licensing if you want the high explosive ammunition.
Licensing is fucking licensing. If there's anything I would love is to register people that own fucking tanks. Okay, because like here's where people would get really scary. They're like, oh, we should register everything until they find out that like Black Lives Matter or like the founder of Black Lives Matter just amassed a fucking army of tanks, and then they would all cry. Wait, we should know that these terrorist blacks have tank brigades.
Why shouldn't they have a tank brigade to protect their citizenry and the people?
Because it would most likely be used against their citizenry. Okay,
libertarians.
Listen, I'm not one of these fake conservatives.
Real libertarians.
You're not a conservative.
What about Jade Helm though?
So you're gonna give? No, wait. Let's real test this. You're gonna give nuclear weapons to Gaza?
Sure.
Based real libertarian.
I listen.
Libertarian.
He's a libertarian. Are you actually a libertarian?
I'm not a libertarian.
What are your thoughts on the age of consent?
Oh no!
It should definitely be 18 or higher. But
yeah, you say that publicly. What do you say privately?
18 or higher. I'm personally into women like they look over 24. So I'm an old guy. Once they're under 24, they're looking way too young for me. Just not my type.
Wait, he's got the Leonardo DiCaprio cut off.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Did anybody notice that?
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Did he say that once they get to 24, they look too old for me?
No, they look they're too young.
This guy moved. This guy just moved the wall from 35 to 24.
Hey, 24 is fine by me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's why I say the age of consent should be. I mean, I think 18's good. I mean, maybe 21 would be better. I mean, if you could consent to war and sex and whatnot, maybe you should probably be allowed to drink too. But
wait. Did you know at what age could you join the military?
18?
Oh, no less.
Go lower.
Yeah.
17, 16. I mean, yeah. So if you can join the military, then maybe we should lower the drinking age than that. Maybe we should raise it to 21, like the drinking age. I feel like that should all be the same, personally. But
no. I believe the worst thing you can do is hand a bunch of fucking 19-year-old grunts a bunch of alcohol. That is the dumbest shit. And
yeah, but if you're gonna die,
all that you need to know to confirm that is Sprout's face is what I said. 19-year-old grunts and alcohol are two things that should never
be kind to him. All his alcohol burned up.
I've watched a 19-year-old mix Monster and fucking tequila and throw a dude through the glass of a second-story window of the barracks.
Yeah,
I don't doubt that for a second. The sad part is I don't doubt it for a second. Like
this dude had a piece of his arm. I could see his bone. His arm was shattered. Dude that got thrown out was bleeding from his neck. And my buddy jumps out the window after the guy and said, "I'm not done. Let's go." And tries to continue fighting a dude as they're both bleeding out. And I'm like,
I think triage would say you're done.
Dude, I went to go downstairs and tell CQ, and we all got fucking sent to the PMO after they got out of the hospital.
Well,
it's fucking retarded.
But like seriously, this is the dumbest shit ever. Oh, but when you can join the military, you should be able to drink. No, like in all honesty, with what we understand of fucking the brain biochemistry, you shouldn't fucking be able to drink till you're 25.
Hot take here. I think that alcohol should be banned.
If you're in a place where you could die for your country, woe is me to say, hey, you don't need a shot after you got shot at all day, bro. I mean, I'm just saying, who am I to say
90% of the military will never be shot at in their entire career.
I mean, there's still up there in the possibility of it, bro. That's
realistically not.
No.
Are they really pulling police officers?
I was a PMC who was doing security for like delegations in Iraq in the Green Zone. Like, I was never shot at. I was literally in places where a lot of other people were shot at, but I was never shot at. It is a very low likelihood if you are not active infantry where you are going to be going to places shooting at other people that you are ever going to be shot at in the military.
90% of MOSs never leave the fob. They just sit there and do paperwork. They sit there and do PMCSing in the motor pool, which means yelling at everybody for not having tire chocks and oil change paperwork. 90%? Dude, 90% of the military is not combat MOSs. Yeah, it's only about 10-11% that is a combat MOS. And of that 10 to 11%, the amount of people that will deploy and see actual firefight is even less. You'll see entire infantry battalions or regiments with no CAB or CIB, so combat action badge or combat infantry badge. But like then you'll see some with it, but a majority of them will not see action.
Yeah, but you're always potentially a target if you're in the military. I mean, that's literally
no. Okay, do you understand? Do you understand? No. Hold on. Wait. No, shut up, fat fuck.
Gibbs, let me give you. Hold on a second, Gibbs. Let me give you a little. Let me give you a little understanding. Samantha is former special operations, has worked as a PMC, has been in theaters that you and I don't even know exist. Like this is just letting you know who you're talking to before you push too hard.
But like no, the fob. The way the fob works, where these 90% of people are going to stay the entire time. Do you know what it takes to like actually do violence onto a forward operating base that's guarded by the United States military?
A lot. And that's why you see asymmetrical warfare, like with Hamas not attacking Israel forward operating bases. You see them attacking civilians. I totally get that. That's why you wouldn't do it. But the point is that I'm making is you're potentially, at any given time, as a military individual, you could be a target of a foreign power. Yes or no?
Hey, you know what? Since you could potentially be struck by lightning and bit by a shark sitting in your chair right there, you should just be flat out fucking whacked out on heroin because it's a possibility.
I also said that we probably should raise the age of consent for all of that to 21. So I mean, you're really nitpicking kind of my whole argument.
No, we should ban alcohol completely. It's degenerate.
I want to go down this path.
Prohibition comes back. All right.
I don't think that's gonna work. But
can I hear this argument?
This is why we need God bad in the classroom. Okay, you guys have gone too far from the light.
I would say you could ban alcohol if people couldn't just make it.
All right.
It's just kind of a non-starter.
Punished by death.
Ooh.
Punished by death?
Yes, make an example out of every fucking distillery in the Appalachians.
I like the soy POV angle.
There we go. I mean, I got lots. I got all the angles. All the angles.
Okay, I'm gonna be that motherfucker right now. What keyboard are you running right now? So
this is the Razer Chroma Tournament Edition. No fucking numpad. That's what I got.
I will give him credit that the one that's kind of far away up in the corner is actually a pretty dope ass look.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking dope.
Radio studio.
Yep.
Look at this. It shines so bright like a diamond.
This
welcome to the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah, this one points to my mantelpiece, but I want to fucking.
We got Kyle over here looking like the Unabomber.
Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome to the stream.
Right. Yeah, no kidding. Just like, hey, go fuck yourself. Have a nice one.
It's one of those days.
Wow. Yeah.
Bro.
It's like 59 degrees.
Kyle knows he's good. I'm just giving him shit. He's in there in a hoodie.
We don't believe you.
So it's getting chilly out there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm wearing tank tops.
I can't hear. Hold on.
Respect.
Is Twisted here?
Oh.
Yeah, Twisted just
Jesus Samantha.
Christ, we're letting all the fucking degenerates in today, aren't we?
All right,
Samantha brought up Sharknado.
This is now a veteran panel. Get fucked.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what happened.
Well, I guess I gotta leave then.
Stolen valor. Here I go.
Yeah, I do not have the balls.
No.
Yeah, I didn't. I almost did, but then
There we go.
So
Hey,
now I can hear y'all.
Is that Drazi? Yeah, Drazi stolen balls.
Honestly though, my favorite people to talk to, because it's just funny, are the people that go, I almost joined.
I was going to join.
I almost
like
got
at
in.
something like
I
they
almost joined.
Like Aircraft
Well,
Sparky when he almost joined the army.
Military service comes up and they'd be like, I almost joined the army when I got out of high school.
Well, it wasn't quite like that. It was like I was not able to find work, and I was like, this is kind of a guarantee. So, like, I'm in the mall. I pop in. They're like, oh, well, take the practice ASVAB. I ace that shit. So she's like, will you go take the real ASVAB? I'm like, well, if I can get around to it, I don't have a ride. She's like, I'll take you right now, and I'll feed you whatever you want.
damn.
Get that bonus.
So I went and I took the real ASVAB, and I missed, I think, 3 questions.
All right.
And they're like, you can be whatever you want.
Smooth black.
Yeah, so
except for white.
For me, it was I tried joining the military.
Doesn't matter.
At this particular point in time, my criminal record and tattoos were a non-starter. I could not get waivers, etc. So I used nepotism and my dad's connections to become a PMC.
I'm a waiver.
2002, by the way. This was in 2002.
Yeah,
like when the war was.
Remember how old I am, Sam? Like
hot.
like at that particular time, like everybody was like visible tattoos, which I have like in uniform, and active, very very much anti anything to do with drugs, which is what my criminal charges are. Just saying.
He was a dealer.
I was a felony waiver. It's okay.
Yeah, what you guys
Toss
were
a couple
talking
racks
about
in the
before,
purse.
Admiral.
That's not the racks, Lethy. That was just somebody paying their rent.
90% of the military
In
exists
cash,
to
so.
provide logistics to support the combat arms. That's why we're so
Sorry, all that
good
money got me
at
flustered.
doing military things is because we are great.
What were we just talking about?
Twisted was talking. Can you not hear
Am I
him?
not coming through?
No, I can't hear him.
You just roll.
I can like barely hear
I was gonna say he's low for me, but I can definitely
Am I
hear him.
low?
Yeah,
You're
you
low
were
for
low.
me.
Twisted. Twisted. Did you see the formation that flew into Israel from Egypt from us?
No.
Oh my god, it was such a pretty video. I'll send it in side chat for you.
All right, cool.
We had the big C-131 being escorted by F-16s and 2 A-10s on the tips.
Nice.
In a really pretty formation. And I'm like, we're rolling A-10s into there. Like, Gaza go, brrr.
Oh.
So, Ty, did you see Scalise didn't have enough votes?
Let's go. Who? What now?
Scalise didn't have enough votes to be speaker.
That's not exactly a shocker.
Oh yeah, like this is gonna be a complete shit show. Like I'm not even able to keep up with
He
this.
He needs to make a deal with the Democrats.
Like
I don't know if he has.
I seriously believe just looking where we have been, just earlier in the year, and the fact that our good friend what's his nuts decided that he was going to play a deal with the devil. We're probably looking at a coalition government, the first one in American history.
Wow.
Well,
be fun.
We'll see.
So Washington State had power sharing for like 8 to 10 years. So that was kind of a coalition government. But it was like because
nationally.
Yeah, of course not nationally. But so this
Alaska
is like
does it pretty regularly too.
Nice. Yeah. So this is really interesting when it happens because our state legislature like has a trade where, okay, yes, technically you have more votes, but the speaker is of the other party. So like there's a little check and balance, a little extra check and balance there. Kind of interesting. But now like we're all Democrats in Washington, so because of Trump, thank you very much. So that's over.
Well, Trump is going to be the next speaker. You know that?
Oh, yeah. That'd be awesome.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How the fuck is it? Like, the parliamentarian's going to be working overtime. Like, Mr. Speaker, that's not our procedure. Mr. Speaker. Please.
Mr. Speaker, that's not how it works.
Disband the Senate. Disband the House.
You joke, but I feel like that's an actual thing that could be said.
Mr. Speaker, you can't take those papers home.
Why is it that
you can't just declassify those papers whenever you want to, Mr. Speaker?
Why is it that this guy really gives me like the wannabe? Oh fuck! No, I forgot the name. Give me a second. Fucking House of Cards. What the hell is the character name?
Oh.
Yeah, Frank Castle. Frank Castle.
Yeah.
Frank Underwood.
Frank
Underwood. Oh,
he is a fucking wannabe Frank Underwood.
I was thinking Unabomber, I guess. Not Unabomber.
Yeah.
Shit. That's Punisher.
Yeah, I was like, why are we talking about the Punisher now?
No, Frank Castle is the Punisher.
I've had
no, I'm talking
12 ounces of wine. Apparently.
Sam,
That's
can you send that to me in the DM? I can't see the side chat.
I posted it in general chat.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me,
He takes
Mr.
out
Speaker.
all of Congress.
That's not a thing. I could hear that being said, where somebody literally says that's not an actual thing that exists in the world. Is it fucked that I kind of want Trump in some way to be speaker, like for the entertainment? Like I know what's wrong with this country, but
yes, because you were literally just saying, let's have American Gladiators Speaker Edition. Like, what the fuck is this?
Hey, all I'm saying is for the streamers out there, like, for especially the political commentators, like, you better hope that Trump is like made speaker, because that's just content. That's just content delivered to your front door like a golden
fuck
plate,
this.
okay?
I am so tired of like the content drive. Like
Content
guys,
brain.
like,
Yeah,
like
can we
the
just
content.
go back?
If you're
Can we
a
just have
streamer,
some?
that's
No,
fucking content.
no.
People
Can we
don't
just have
wanna watch
some?
that shit.
No, people want normalcy. People are tired of this fucking retarded shit, dude. That's why Twitch
you're
politics
gonna
died.
you're gonna tell me viewers aren't going to go up if that happens.
The writer's strike is over. We can have good content again.
It is. Look,
True.
okay,
I mean,
it is
people have good
post-COVID.
content writers,
If
so-
anybody thinks that like it's gonna go back to like 2020, 2021, fucking Twitch with the content thing, with everybody fucking not doing anything, sitting at home watching people bitch about things, people are so tired of that shit. We want normalcy. Can we just talk about like normal shit and fucking coom over like the sick titty streamers on Kick? Okay.
And Ahsoka's like what's her name? The General's orange bouncing butt. There you go.
Amaranth meta, huh?
Come on.
No, we're never going to figure out how to get back
I'm
to
talking
normal.
Disney.
Normal's gone.
I'm talking Disney. That's what I'm talking.
Oh, not
I'm sure
again.
you are talking Disney, yeah.
Disney and Hasbro ruined everything. That's all I'm saying.
I am definitely always down for titties.
Wait, what?
General Syndulla. General Syndulla's bouncing
Hera.
butt. There we go. Yeah, Hera Syndulla.
Oh, yeah.
You don't like
Okay.
hair? Everybody likes hair.
I'm so fucking lost with y'all right now. Like, where are we at? Like,
Or me.
Okay,
or Mimi.
so where
Or
we
Mimi.
are at is
Or
that Star
Mimi.
Trek is better than Star Wars, and Star Wars nerds are fucking gay.
wow.
Okay, so the best thing that Star Trek has going for it is a cartoon.
Wrong.
Wait,
there was a clip.
I
Okay,
thought that was Star Wars.
where the black
Strange
man
New World,
slapped the galaxy
Stranger World's
god, the
great.
universe
Season
god.
3 of
Okay,
Picard was great.
listen.
True.
No, plus Star Trek, what it had going for it is we get to see very early on fucking Wesley get fucking killed, even though it was fake, and it got reverted back. That's the best moment in Star Trek ever.
Wesley got killed.
Oh my god,
And they
it's really
let him
early.
live
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, I think it's like the first episode. Is it? It's episode 1 or 2, and they like fucking Wesley fucking
Yeah,
dies.
no,
and then
it's in the first season. It's when Riker gets challenged by by Q. Yeah.
I thought that's season 2 actually.
Okay, maybe.
And then speaking of Q, there was that badass moment where like Picard was always kind of bitch with Q, and then like Q and everything like are walk in. I remember on Cisco, and Cisco just says like "fuck this bitch" and just smacks Q. Come on, typical warrior gene thing going on. Okay.
Right.
Jeez.
Let's be honest. Cisco was the best fucking overall commander in any of the shows besides
Wrong.
fucking Anson Mount.
Janeway.
recently.
Janeway.
Oh,
Janeway
Lord.
did not give a zero fuck. She did what had to be done. Genocide an entire population. Fuck you, Borg. Okay, she did not.
Yeah.
She. Okay,
Close that
two
off the tape.
Vix as well. 2 Vix as well. No fucks given.
Yeah, I gotta say that I definitely don't have the same ranking because I got Star Trek even under Stargate. So like,
oh
yeah, but you're also some cringe weirdo on the internet. Nobody cares.
Wow.
And you're who again? Literally who? Come on.
I'm a cringe weirdo on the internet that just happens to be genetically superior to them.
Jesus Christ.
He's like Alex Jones.
Has nothing to do with race. It has to do with genetically. I'm just predisposed to understanding that Star Trek is just inherently better.
I just appreciate the jugular shot. Like like Samantha has like just. Oh, I'm going straight for it. Right there. I'm going to find that. Yeah, that's the vein.
Yeah, your wife likes my shots too. It's okay.
It's not. Don't agree with her.
Tell her she can get it anytime. It's okay. I'll make you sit in the Sneeko chair.
Hey.
Damn.
Can someone let me know what that reference is?
It's the cuck.
Oh,
the Sneeko chair is the cuck chair. Yeah, I'll get it with your wife, and I'll put a MAGA hat on at the same time.
Not the kind of content I was looking for. Right?
Make that ass great again.
That was a whole flight of fuck you right there. That video.
God. Oh wow!
I love you, Kyle.
Why is Twisted so low? I can barely hear him.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. He's at 200%. I can still barely hear him.
Twisted. Disconnect. Reconnect. No, he can't hear us. Fucking goober. Oh my god, it's the dementia setting in. We knew it was gonna happen, guys. He's hit that age. He's up there with Sleepy Joe. It's now Sleepy Aviator.
What?
Aviator.
All right. Disconnect and reconnect.
Hold on, I gotta change the name.
All right,
Oh, I hear something.
Sleepy Aviator.
Is that any better?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Loud and clear, Grandpa.
All right.
Did you change your microphone?
No, I just changed some settings.
Although I'm ashamed that you didn't pop in here and say radio check, radio check.
Say again.
Again.
5 by 5.
Lima Charlie.
Charlie Mike.
Roger Dodger, over and under.
5 clicks out.
What is this?
they're just doing random shit. I mean, be base as fuck is like, never mind. I'm not even
Twisted. What's the craziest thing? Twisted. What's the craziest thing you've heard coming in on Radio Chatter?
Oh, I heard a pilot that it was a Delta flight, and he had a hot mic. He had keyed up, and his mic got stuck wide open. And he was talking to his co-pilot about the exploits that he had with a local woman the night before.
What about you, Sprout? Best thing you've ever heard coming in through Radio Chatter?
The best thing I've ever heard coming in through Radio Chatter. I think the best thing I've ever heard coming in through Radio Chatter is honestly, it's not even like what was put in, it's just the context of it. So like it was when I was in Wisconsin. Guy had his radio pinned. So it was hot, and so then we listened to him explain to like an Afghan male that he can't hit his wife, except like in a very, very aggravated like voice because the guy couldn't understand English. So keep hearing him yell like you can't hit your wife, and the guy just like speaks back in Arabic, and they were not communicating very well. We sent a translator.
Nice.
Wow.
Hey, Twisted. How many open conversations did you hear with the pilots just hanging out with the tanker?
That doesn't really happen. Maybe on a long ferry flight, you might do that over the water.
I can hear him,
but
I hear him.
You can't. The open chatter stuff that everybody you hear on Top Gun and all that shit doesn't actually happen.
Slowly walking away from your mic.
Okay, so
it sounds like.
Look,
is it acting up again?
Yeah.
I can hear
slowly walking away from it.
I can hear him, but it's a little sideways. But okay, just I've seen this so many times where you got F-15 pilot, F-16 pilot pulls up behind the tankers, just talking to the guy who's running the boom. The guy who's on the boom just like, hey, what'd you guys have for breakfast today? It's just fucking hilarious, random shit where I'm like, dude, like they pay you $40,000 a year to fucking fly the boom. Why are you talking to me like I'm 4 years old?
Now, is it?
Have you not had that at all?
Is it true that like engine? Is it true that like the text that like the text that work on the plane, like when you like submit like complaints that like they're sarcastic with their responses? Like I see a bunch of stuff like on the internet, like
that's not just aircraft mechanics. That's all the mechanics in the military.
Sounds like midget is underneath the plane, hitting the plane with a hammer, and then like the response is remove midget from underneath plane.
Remove gremlin from wing. Like, how does that actually happen?
I think Twisted
now we can't hear you whatsoever, so I don't know what the fuck happened to you, but yeah.
The NSA got him, guys.
Orville is better Trek than most of Trek. Brutal.
Look, I'm gonna hit this really hard, but I'm gonna go with it. Orville in season 1, pretty kind of Season 2, okay, we're getting there. Season 3 is some of the best fucking sci-fi that's ever been made by margins. Like, it is hard to compete with season 3 of the Orville.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
It tackles some pretty rough stuff.
Oh, like the fuck, I'm sorry. I'm literally going to completely nerd out on this.
How about now?
Yeah. So does that actually happen?
Yeah, that does happen. Yeah, we're also smart asses right back with them too. I mean, it's kind of just friendly banter. You always take care of your ground crew. Those guys are the ones that keep you from, lawn darting.
Yeah, it's like in the military. There's three people that you're always nice to: the IT people, the tech people, and the cooks. I mean, sorry, the IT people, the supply and cooks. IT, supply, and cooks. You're always nice to them because any one of them can fuck you over.
Or, hear me out, you steal the keys to the S4 cage and you don't need a supply sergeant anymore. You're the supply sergeant, okay?
You tactfully acquire your supply.
Yeah, you don't need a hand receipt, okay? You just fucking walk out of that bitch, okay? Fuck hand receipts.
By the way, for people who aren't military, tactfully acquiring means stealing.
And when your barracks doesn't have a buffer machine and all your floors are fucked up, you go from Charlie Company all the way to Bravo Company and you take theirs. And when they go, did you steal it? You say no, the real take. This is the real one because we tried to do the tactfully acquiring. Like, yeah, cool, you stole it in the middle of the night and fucking blackout gear. We're like, no, we did a battalion transfer of inter-battalion assets from one company to another for the purposes of maintaining the battalion. And they were like, you know what? Fuck it. You guys are assholes, but whatever. that same line of logic did not work when we stole that other company's guide.
I'm gonna go get nerd out on some 40K, so the real Supreme franchise. So I'm out. Y'all have some fun.
Hey. Blast.
Blood for the blood god.
Skulls for the skull throne. Yeah, we stole the company's guide on later, and that excuse didn't work that time. For those that don't know, the guidon is the flag that has your company, letter and number on it. It's like the emblem of everything, and we just went and stole their shit.
We stole a guidon.
Yeah,
they never found it.
Yeah, fuck Bravo Company, okay? Fuck those guys.
They never found it. We stole the guidon.
Bravo 316, if you're listening, fuck you. To this day, fuck you. It's been 19 years, but fuck you. Bravo 369.
They sent out like a search. They sent out like a search for like the guidon, and like everyone's like, does anyone know what this guidon is? They never found the guidon.
When I left the army, I took my battalion's guidon, and like they called me like 3 months later, and they're like, dude, we know it was you.
Bro, we put it in the land nav course. We took their guidon and put it in the.
What is a guidon? Everyone keeps saying guidon.
It's a company flag. Search GUIDON. Army GUIDON. I took the 2nd Battalion 75th Ranger Regiment guidon and I put it on my wall at my house. And like they called me like 2 months later, we know you fucking took it. Okay, it's like $119. So either like pay for it or like, can you send it back and we'll pay the postage? I'm like, so I sent him $120.
That's bitter.
You're not getting it back. You thought you were getting it? No.
Here's the money.
This is a symbolic victory.
I'll give you money and keep your pride.
Well, they can't do it like they can't put it on like my statement of charges. I'm already out. Like, what do they fucking do? Come to my house? Like, 10 states away? Fuck off.
See, here's the funny thing. When I was getting out, I was on ADHD medicine, and they did a piss test. It was like 3 months before I was getting out, but they called me 4 months after I got out and asked me why I failed the piss test. Like, I'm 4 months removed. What the fuck do you want?
You're like, well, sir, I was doing meth. Can't do shit about it now. Ha ha. I've already got an honorable.
I'm already honorably discharged. What the fuck are you gonna do?
They can change it post the fact.
Oh, can they?
Quick question.
So if you don't know, if you don't know, like when you get a med board, it's a general discharge. It's not an honorable or a dishonorable. It's a general under honorable conditions. And then I had mine upgraded to an honorable. But it can be changed post.
Good to know.
You know what can't be changed post? Getting a Purple Heart posthumously. Get fucked.
Posthumously.
No, Tiberius has heard it. We had this one LT that was just a fucking shitbag, like fresh out of West Point, thought he could run shit. We flashbanged him in the face during a MOUT exercise. Like we like this is one Tiberius, if you remember, like he said something like, I know this. I'm like, respectfully, sir, just shut the fuck up. I've spent more time jerking off in porta potties and war zones than you've done doing anything productive with your life. And he had said something at one point, and one of the other people in my team was like, sir, respectfully, when we get deployed, I hope you get an award. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. Posthumous fucking Purple Heart from Friendly Fire. I swear to God, I'm going to do it myself. Just shut the fuck up and listen. Because this guy was going on a deployment, and he's been with us 3 months, and we're about to deploy, as a raid force. And he's fresh LT, freshie out of West Point. Doesn't know
fucking barter bar.
And we've been together for like 6 years raiding, and he thinks he's going to tell us how we do our shit. He wanted to play point man during a MOUT exercise. And so like when we were setting up the house, he wanted to play point man. I put a fucking flashbang at face level on the first door. What is even non-infantry people know this. Before you enter a door, what do?
Check it
up.
You check the door. You'll have someone check the door, look for things at a place, look in a window, look at the door from through the window, look at everything, right? No, motherfucker just smashes his shit and takes a flashbang to the face. has to get carried out. Has to get carried out. He's been in the unit 2 weeks when we did this, by the way.
It depends. It just depends on how much like what level of equipment you have. If you have a camera, you can stick underneath the door. You stick the camera in the door. But
we don't run a window.
Can I point out that I knew that from Call of Duty? I mean, God, Jesus Christ.
We don't do that. We don't even do that, right? We have rams and shotguns. We don't do this door kick shit or shoulder it in. Like, we shoot the motherfucker off the hinges. And like, he took it to the face, got carried up by medics, was temporarily deaf and blind for like 3 days.
This is a bad joke, but I hope the flashbang came down like Home Alone style and like swung like the can.
It was just taped to the side of the door with a pull string.
Jack, I said I was memeing. Please.
No. Like honestly, if it was really like that, I would have preferred to go off as hit the handle. Like you grow to pull the handle, it pulls the pin.
Yeah.
Because that would just be funnier.
Technically, if it pulled pin air, the delay probably would have set it off at his balls.
This was my thought. I was thinking more like you mentioned the paint can. Well, yeah. Remember, there was 2 of them. One hit the face, one hit the nuts. I was thinking the nut shot. Sam got it.
I thought Star's lighting was off, and I'm like, no. Star is definitely yellow.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out myself.
Indian, not Asian. Be nice.
No, she's actually got yellow face.
It's a minion. She's a minion.
Dressed like a minion.
That's literally her shtick. You watch? Yeah, Samantha's on Twitter. Yeah.
Well, I was about to say for a long time there, she was trying to be a banana. So like I thought banana.
That is it. It's a
minion. What are you talking about? Are you talking about me? I'm a minion.
Yeah,
I don't see this.
I'm in
the hood now.
Yeah, too many eyes.
Shout out.
I haven't been in there in a week. I'm sorry. Give me a break.
Last time you were
I mean, it is the same color as a banana.
That looks like the same outfit. Just
I thought your lighting was off. I'm like, wait a minute. No, she is yellow.
So Twisted, did you see that video now?
Is that an adapted?
Yes,
banana
yes,
outfit?
I did. And that's a whole lot of fuck you flying in.
That was a good formation. That was a really good formation.
Yeah, that was pretty.
What was the plane in the middle? I know the direct
looked like
were F-16s, and the two end ones were A-10s.
Yeah, it looks like a some kind of a one of the derivatives of the 707. So either a KC-135, it could be a E8.
Hold on a second. I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to just get a. That's a KC-130.
That has two engines. That's a 135. Or no, that's KC-10. KC-10.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's KC-10.
Where's the video?
General chat.
It's a KC-10. It's going to have the two underwing engines, and it's going to have a third one up in the tail that you're not going to see from that end.
We sent some planes up into Israel through Egypt, and somebody videoed them going over the pyramids, and it's a really pretty formation. But like I didn't know what the center plane was.
Oh, that's like
maximizing. See if I can.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like a foreign dignitary or something, because that is a protection detail. F-16s are always protection details.
Those are all Hornets.
Shit, that's a fucking gorgeous.
Those wings do not look like F-18 wings. Those are F-16s.
It's an F-22.
We've got definitely have two A-10s.
It's an F-22.
16s. Those are F-22s. None of those are F-22s.
Those are F-22s. Those are not. Those are F-16s.
No, those are 16s. All of them are 16s. It's two A-10s and the rest are 16s.
I'm fucking around.
Gaza go Bert.
So what you posted earlier?
No, there's definitely a difference between F-16 and 22. What?
Oh no, the 2 years of planning was the 2 years of planning was a video where the Hamas founder or one of the Hamas founders was talking about they're planning this. They've been planning this for 2 years, and they had they had monetary and weapons backing from Iran. And remember what I told you guys? You didn't want to listen to me about the Turks being involved. Yeah, fuck you. Told you the fucking Turks were involved.
Wow,
the Turks don't like us since we fucked them over.
No, it had nothing to do with that. This is 2 years ago.
In the clip, didn't they mention Russia as well, or no?
Yeah, they have the support or the sympathies of Russia. We don't know for sure yet. So I've been getting texts, and I've said this on stream already with somebody else before. But my ex-boyfriend is in Shin Bet, and that's Israeli kind of CIA type thing. Not Mossad, it's Shin Bet. They're worse than Mossad. They're more akin to NSA actually. So he's been kind of telling me stuff that he can.
Right.
And instantaneously, due to some things that were going on and some things that they had found, the Turks were involved. And this isn't weapons or people or whatever. This is communications and stuff that they had come across.
So
I'm not surprised.
You remember Russia threatened mutually assured destruction if anyone used nukes. So this is Russia's definitely a factor. Overtly, even if we don't know for sure that they have a covert interest, they have overtly stated that.
Which is why we have one carrier group with everything going to be pointed at Syria for Bashar al-Assad, and that's the proxy thing with Russia. We have a second carrier group on the way, and they're going to point everything at Iran because it's fucking Iran, and they can't really do anything because they're broke as shit anyway. So fuck them.
Yeah.
Well, like I said the other night with Ty, I would not be at all surprised if we did not see that Wagner was involved in training these fucksticks.
No, it was not Wagner. It was Hezbollah. They've admitted to such. They didn't send anybody to Russia for training. They didn't send Wagner out to train them.
Right, but there's no proximity to Africa where Wagner.
I get that, but there's no indication that they've done that, because what people don't realize is even Egypt doesn't let people from Gaza out of Gaza.
Well, they couldn't have trained all the
they've been training. No,
especially
they train.
the paragliders and shit.
No. They train in Gaza. They have entire shoot houses and mount buildings there. They were doing mock raids in Gaza. Like they do their training in there. A lot of these guys don't know how to parachute. It was a first time thing, right? There's video out there of two of the guys hitting fucking power lines and turning into fried chicken.
Really?
It's quite comical. Not because they're Hamas doing that and people died, but because I've hit shit while parachuting too, and it's funny anytime somebody does it, including myself. No.
You ain't gonna jump no more.
Turn into a fucking lawn dart.
Fucking blood on the risers.
I was never a lawn dart, but I was a Christmas tree ornament for a while, and they had to cut me down. Tiberius has heard the story. I was retarded.
Oh, nice.
Glory.
For me, it
What a hell of a way to die.
One of my slips would not pull, so I couldn't steer right at all. So I was just like going left, and I couldn't pull my slips no matter what. I tried pulling alternates, and like it wasn't happening. So
that sounds terrifying.
So you were the airborne equivalent of NASCAR.
Yep, we going left, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, the first time I ever jumped, my dad threw me out of the back of a plane with the fucking circle chute. I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. It fucking hurt.
Oof.
Yeah, these guys had, okay, to be fair, the Hamas had some fucking nice parachutes, okay? I did that shit with a T-10 Charlie, okay? With holes in it.
That was, like, honestly, like, I've looked at the video several times, like, those are probably, like, $1,500 to $1,800 airfoils they were using. Like,
I'm just going to say that if I ever had to jump, that would mean that I had a really bad fucking day.
Well, yeah, but the planes that you flew, if you had to jump out of, you also had to blow the goddamn cockpit off to get out.
Actually, with the Harrier, it had a ribbon charge in the canopy. It would shatter the canopy because blowing it off in a hover doesn't do any good.
So to go back to it, they're thinking that like if anybody remembers, or some of you will, Fort Benning has these like small towers that you drop off with an open parachute to learn PLFs, parachute landing falls. Yep. And they're assuming that they just did that there. So they didn't practice jumping out of the plane. That was probably the first time they jumped out of a plane, but they did practice the PLFs.
Well, I don't think they weren't jumping. Those were paragliders, paramotors. They had motors on those things.
Some did.
Yeah,
yes.
But you still have to learn landing.
Yeah. But I think
they're saying that's the first
time.
Is
it the same?
I'm calling it a jump. They are gliders, but it's still the same thing. That's the first time they've done that. But like they practice everything like static. Like from on top of a building or something.
What Samantha's saying is they like jumped off a building and learned how to land phase stuff jumping off buildings with it.
Like you know how like we practice riser slips. So if you go to airborne school, you're not practicing steering when you're jumping out of the plane for the first time, right? You sit on there at a mock harness, pulling your slips and learning how to pull yourself. Same premise. You don't have to jump or repeatedly do this to get that, right?
Yeah.
So we learn how to do our slips and brake. Before we even, so we have like crawl, walk, run, but like we're jumping off of crates, learning PLFs. We're sitting in the harness, pulling slips for hours until we can get that motion right and the strength right. We're doing pull-ups to get the upper body strength right. We're doing most of all that training to like steer, maneuver, land before we ever strap a parachute on our body and jump out of a plane.
Yeah, and before anybody thinks like this is some kind of like high-tech endeavor, no, like the rigging necessary to like hold up these harnesses and have them move semi-correctly as you're holding the slips could be done by a high school fucking theater set crew. Like honestly,
it just has to be done correctly.
Well, but what I'm trying to say is like this is like extremely
it's simple
old technology.
Shit, it's just tedious.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And it's very simple technology to do it. Like the only thing that I'm pointing out is that they were using extremely high-end modern airfoils as opposed to like shitty like military surplus shit.
That's why if you're a jumper,
you can't do a paramotor with a round chute.
That's why if you're a jumper, you never fuck with the guy that packs your chute. You never fuck with the guy that packs your chute.
This is why I'm appreciating getting this information, because I was already assuming they've been planning this for at least a year. To hear something around 2 years makes even more sense, and it also kills the current conspiracy theories of the Afghanistan pullout is where they're getting most of these. That's why they're doing it, is because of the Afghanistan pullout. or whatever
Iranian money that still has.
Well, to be fair, I would not be surprised if some of the small arms that were used did come from the Afghanistan pullout.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They were equipped with M4s and M16s.
But twisted.
Even if they were playing it for 2 years, they could have they could, with the Afghanistan pullout, they could have used that to their advantage and been like, oh, there's
right. I'm not saying that that's why this happened, but I would not be. I would not be at all surprised if it came out that some of the small arm. Well, I'd be surprised if it came out, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of the small arms that were used did not come from Afghanistan.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of them didn't come from other places that we have left as well, because we leave fucking equipment behind in mass when we leave. You know this. Like, it could literally have been like one of like 7 different theaters in the last 10 years where we've left caches of weapons behind. Like, this is it could literally have come from a lot of fucking places. That's all. It's like Americans understand.
Or it could have come from.
It costs more to bring it back than to just buy new. That's why we leave the shit behind.
It could have come from fobs that we deserted and stuff.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
7 different theaters in the last fucking 10 years that we've left. Where we've left weapon caches like this. It happens all the time.
I've heard some funny shit about fobs that were deserted though. I've heard the army deserted a fob, and then like they went back, and like there's a bunch of like Afghan people in there running on the treadmills that were in the
they posted videos of them doing stuff in the gym. It was hilarious.
A lot of
them don't know how to use the equipment, so it was funny.
Well, but Sam, correct me if I'm wrong. If I remember correctly, then my fucking Arabic is shit and fucking out of practice. But from what I
don't speak Arabic, I speak Russian. My brother speaks Farsi, not me. My brother's the interrogator. I'm not qualified for Farsi.
Okay, fair enough. But what I remember from that video is that was like migrant fucking traders and stuff that were like, hey, we now have a big place that we could do shit in, and they just kind of like set up camp there for their like 2 or 3 week hold or whatever it was.
It was funny. It was quite funny.
Well, the thing is we do this all the time. American